What's going on, peeps? Derek back, bringing you a new series I'm starting today. Happy Labor Day to anyone who has off today. Unfortunately, I don't. I'll be working later on in the day, like most retailers. But that's another story altogether. I'm not going to get into my personal life. What I got for you guys, starting today on this day, Monday, we're going to be doing a new series on my channel. But I'm going to be doing it Monday through Thursday because it's a short series, because I'm doing it on a series of films. They're all sequels pretty much, so I'm going to try to, this is going to be a practice run of me doing like a weekly series, which I'm going to be doing soon. So I'm going to try to do it the best of my abilities. So I hope you enjoy it. What I'm going to be doing for you guys is, if you haven't watched my previous video before this one, I'm going to be doing the Blind Dead series from director Armando de Acasio. They're Spanish films, and I always wanted to see them. They're all first-time watches for me. And they just look interesting, and I wanted to check them out. And if you guys are interested in checking these films out, I'm going to be reviewing each one a day. So I hope you enjoy these reviews. If you have any questions, like I say, comment. I like to hear comments and answers, and I'll answer them. Now, first up, we got the first film from 1971, Tombs of the Blind Dead. Let's get into the plot of this one. We're introduced to our main characters, Betty and Roger, and our sub-character, Virginia. She plays an important part of the film. They meet in like a hotel, like it's like I think it's a hotel. It's like one of those big, like, gory-ish ones with like the pools, and Betty runs into her old friend Virginia from school. Virginia is in a relationship with Roger, and they meet, and Roger invites Betty to go with him and Virginia camping. So they take the train ride. But I really can't talk when I do reviews. I don't understand it. Unbeknownst to Roger, Betty and Virginia have like a dark past, and they had a relationship together basically in college. I believe they were roommates. Betty, I believe, from her tones and throughout the film, has feelings for Virginia still. You can see that in like the first few minutes of this film. So Betty and Virginia have an argument. So Virginia wants to get off the train. There's no town for miles and miles, but she doesn't care because she just wants to get off. So she just jumps off the train. She ends up in this small, secluded, like, medieval ruins. So she decides to spend the night there because it's getting late. And it's just getting dark, so she doesn't want to travel. She's probably tired and all that good stuff. What happens after that is she ends up getting murdered by what appears to be undead Templar Knights. And then they find her body, and then Betty and Roger are trying to figure out what happened to Virginia, how she was murdered, and that's pretty much the plot of the film. They're just trying to figure out what happened. They meet a few characters along the way, and they all end up back at the ruins, and then that's the climax of the film. And I'll leave the plot right there. My thoughts on this one? Fantastic film. I really enjoyed this one, guys. It's just the whole atmosphere of the scene. Like, the nighttime scenes are just amazing. the Templar Knights are just badass looking. They're just like all decayed in their faces, like skeletons. And the cool thing about them is not that they don't look like zombies, because I've seen zombies that look like this in other films. Like I just reviewed a film's Zombie 4, but that's like a cheese fest compared to this one. This one has like a serious tone. It's meant to be taken serious. It's well done. And yeah, like they all look like they have different features, and some of them wear gloves, and some of them have like beards still. It's kind of funny because the beards are kind of, they just look like they're taped on, but it looks all serious still because the way they look and stuff. And what differentiates them from different zombies is they don't eat you, they drink blood. They basically just bite you and drink your blood. And basically, yeah, they're badass. They ride horses and have swords and stuff. I really enjoyed how they looked and how they acted, like mostly like humans. The cool distinctive feature of them is why they're called the Blind Dead is because their eyes are gone, because they were, I guess, with how they was told in the story, told to Betty and Roger, they were pecked out while they were hanging. So they don't hunt by sight, they hunt by sound. So if you like make a move or talk or hit something, they'll hear you and come after you and keep following you. If you stay silent, they have less chance of finding you. But if you stand still too long, they'll start trying to figure out, like, hear like your lungs or your heart. It's crazy. Like, they'll end up finding you one way or the other, because their ears are their main hunting tool, which I really enjoyed about that, the way they hunt people. I suggest you watch the Spanish version of this film. The Blue Underground DVD has 2 versions of this film. The English version's cut by like 20 minutes. They take out a lot of the gore. I watched both versions, and yeah, the Spanish version is just so much more superior, in my opinion. It's just well done, and it's just better because you get more out of it. There's a few characters I did not care for in this film. Well, 2 major ones. The morgue-matician, he was just I didn't really not care for him. He just was just a throw-in character, pretty much, for a body count. That's not really a spoiler. And the next character is Pedro. He's like a drug, I think they're like smuggler. He's a smuggler. They meet him because the cops give him like this weird, bizarre story, like Virginia's death had to do with smuggling, and they use the Templar Knight story just to cover it up. But I didn't really care for him. There's some major scenes that happen in the climax, before the climax of this film, which I didn't hate, but I didn't they just made you want to hate this character, and that's what they did. I'm not going to ruin what happens, but his demise is very satisfying because he's just a throw-in character, pretty much. He's not like a main character, but I don't mind spoiling that aspect of the film. If I had to rate this, I'd probably give it a solid 9 out of 10. Just the 2 characters I didn't care for as the main thing I had problems with this film, but otherwise highly enjoyable. 9 out of 10. Awesome atmosphere. The nighttime scenes are amazing. Highly recommend Tombs of the Blind Dead. Alright guys, that's all I got for you for this review. It's kind of running a little long because I was babbling a little bit, but I'm sorry for that. It's kind of a hard film to describe because it's one you have to just sit down and watch. I really enjoyed it. 9 out of 10. If you've seen Tombs of the Blind Dead, please leave a comment if you have any questions about the film. I'll answer them. I love comments. Comments are always guaranteed. Like, subscribe if you enjoy this review also, if you're new time watchers of my channel. And I hope everyone has a happy Labor Day. And those who have to work on Labor Day, have fun at work. I know, because I will. Hope you guys enjoy this review. Have a good day. Peace out.